नमः सर्वेभ्यः। व्योम संस्कृतपाठशालायाः रघुवंशग्रन्थावगाहनं 12 सर्गः इत्यस्य पाठ्यक्रमस्य ऊनविंशे पाठे सर्वेषां स्वागतम्। अद्य वयं 12 सर्गस्य ऊनचत्वारिंशात् 41 श्लोकपर्यन्तं पठामः। गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोर्मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ वन्दामहे महोद्दण्डदोर्दण्डौ रघुनन्दनौ तेजो निर्जितमार्तण्डमण्डलौ लोकनन्दनौ। 12 सर्गे अधुना अरण्यकाण्डस्य कथा कालिदासेन वर्ण्यमाना अस्ति। तत्र आदौ विराधः नाम राक्षसः रामादीनां मार्गमावृत्य रामलक्ष्मणाभ्यां हतः। ततः अगस्त्यवचनानुगुणं ते सर्वे पञ्चवटी नामकं स्थानमागत्य तत्र वासं कृतवन्तः। यत्र रावणावरजा शूर्पणखा आगत्य सीतासन्निधावेव रामं वव्रे। संरम्भं मैथिलीहासः क्षणसौम्यान्निनायतां निवातस्तिमितां वेलाञ्चन्द्रोदय इवोदधेः। रामः निराकरोति। कलत्रवानहं बाले कनीयांसं भजस्व मे इत्युक्त्वा लक्ष्मणं प्रति प्रेषयति। किन्तु लक्ष्मणः अपि पूर्वं ज्येष्ठाभिगमनात् निराकरोति। तदा शूर्पणखा उभयोः मध्ये लग्ना नदी इव आसीत्। तत्काले मैथिल्याः सीतायाः हासः क्षणसौम्यां शूर्पणखां संरम्भं निनाय तस्यां महान्तं संक्षोभम् उत्पादयामास। फलमस्योपहासस्य सद्यः प्राप्स्यसि पश्य मां मृग्याः परिभवो व्याघ्र्यामित्यवेहि त्वया कृतम्। शूर्पणखा कोपेन सीतामुद्दिश्य मां त्वं परिहसितवती असि, अतः अस्य फलं शीघ्रमेव प्राप्स्यसि। यथा मृगी काचित् यदि व्याघ्रीं तिरस्करोति तर्हि निश्चयं शीघ्रमेव मरणं प्राप्नोति, एवमेव त्वमपि नाशं यास्यसि इति तस्याः वचनस्य तात्पर्यम्। इत्युक्त्वा मैथिलीं भर्तुरङ्के निविशतीं भयात् रूपं शूर्पणखा नाम्नः सदृशं प्रत्यपद्यत। एवमुक्त्वा शूर्पणखा नाम्नः सदृशं रूपं प्रत्यपद्यत। तस्याः नाम यथा भयङ्करमासीत् एवमेव रूपमपि भयङ्करं। तादृशं रूपं मध्ये रामस्य मोहनार्थं सा क्षणसौम्याम् आकृतिं धृत्वा आगता, किन्तु अधुना स्वस्याः नैजं रूपं प्रदर्शितवती इत्येतावत् कालिदासेन वर्णितम्। अग्रे पश्यामः। आर्.एन्. प्रसाद महोदय। Can you talk? Can't hear you. प्रसाद महोदय। अनुराधा।
राम राम भगिनी।
लक्ष्मणः प्रथमं श्रुत्वा कोकिलामञ्जुवादिनीं शिवाघोरस्वनां पश्चात्
शिवाघोरस्वनां पश्चात् शिवाघोरस्वनां पश्चात्
बुबुधे विकृतेति ताम्
बुबुधे विकृतेति ताम् बुबुधे विकृतेति ताम्
लक्ष्मण
लक्ष्मण
प्रथमं श्रुत्वा कोकिला मञ्जुवादिनीम्
लक्ष्मणः प्रथमं श्रुत्वा कोकिला मञ्जुवादिनीम्
पुनः
लक्ष्मणः प्रथमं श्रुत्वा कोकिला मञ्जुवादिनीम्
शिवाघोरस्वनां पश्चाद् बुबुधे विकृतेति ताम्
शिवाघोरस्वनां पश्चात् बुबुधे विकृतेति ताम् शिवाघोरस्वनां पश्चात् बुबुधे विकृतेति ताम् एकवारं वदामि वा पदच्छेद लक्ष्मणः प्रथमं श्रुत्वा कोकिलां
कोकिला मञ्जुवादिनीम्
कोकिला मञ्जुवादिनीं शिवा घोरः शिवाघोरस्वनां पश्चात् बुबुधे विकृत इति ताम्
विकृता इति ताम्
विकृता इति ताम्
लक्ष्मणः प्रथमं श्रुत्वा कोकिला मञ्जुवादिनीम् शिवाघोरस्वनां पश्चात् बुबुधे विकृता इति विकृतेति गुणः ताम् चन्द्रशेखर महोदय तिङन्तं किमस्ति क्षम्यताम् चन्द्रशेखर महोदय please unmute yourself.
Are you able to hear me, madam?
Okay.
Shrutva.
तिङन्तं श्रुत्वा इति क्त्वा कृदन्त शब्दः
बुबुधे
बुबुधे इति तिङन्तं then avyayas
avyayas iti paschat that's it, I think.
Shrutva ktva is also always an avyaya. So Shrutva paschat iti. The rest are all subantas. Prathama vibhakti.
Lakshmanaha Prathama vibhakti ekavachana.
Dvitiya.
Prathamam.
Oh no, Prathama. Sorry, there is one more Prathama vibhakti.
Is it Vikrita?
Vikrita. Lakshmanaha Vikrita are Prathama.
Okay.
Then
Tvitiya vibhakti is Prathamam and Tam.
That's all.
Kokila Manjuvadini. Shiva Goraswanam.
So the rest are all Dvitiya. There is only Prathama, Dvitiya, Vibhakti. Yeah. So Bubudhe, Jnatavan ityarthaha. Budhyate iti latlakaraha. Bubudhe. Budhyate nama avagacchati janati ityarthaha. Bubudhe iti litlakaraha. Jnatavan. Understood. Kimasti idanim पर्णशालायाः अन्तः रामः सीता च उपविशतः लक्ष्मणः बहिः अस्ति शूर्पणखा आदौ रामस्य समीपं पर्णशालायाः अन्तः आगच्छति ततः रामः बहिः प्रेषयति पुनः सा अन्तः आगच्छति अत्र शूर्पणखया यत् उक्तम् अथवा यद् रूपं धृतं तत् लक्ष्मणेन न दृष्टम्. He did not see Shurpanakha. He was outside. because Rama and Sita were inside. He was outside doing something. So hearing to Shurpanakha, Shurpanakhayaha swaram shrutva saha avagachati. So that is when he realizes there is something wrong. Tavat paryantam kachit stri agata astu sa Ramam prati gatavati punaha Lakshmana samipam agata saha nirakritavaन् tavadev kintu esha rakshasi asti मायाविनी अस्ति इति तस्याः ध्वनौ परिवर्तनं श्रुत्वा लक्ष्मणः अवगतवान् इति कालिदासः वर्णयति. अतः बुबुधे ज्ञातवान्. कः बुबुधे? लक्ष्मणः. कां बुबुधे? तां, that is her, which is Shurpanakhaam. कीदृशी इति बुबुधे? Vikruta iti. So Vikruta literally means changed or modified. That is, he realized that it was not her original form. She had transformed or changed herself through magical power. Katham vikaraha bhavati mayavini. Yatha maya purvamopi uktam. Valmikihi api kamarupini iti tam varnayati. माया शक्त्या यथेच्छं रूपं धरति. अतः एषा वस्तुतः कापि सामान्य स्त्री न राक्षसी अस्ति, मायाविनी अस्ति इति लक्ष्मणः ज्ञातवान्. किं कृत्वा बुबुधे अथवा कथं बुबुधे? श्रुत्वा, आकर्ण्य, हियरिंग. कीदृशीं श्रुत्वा? कोकिला मंजुवादिनीम. कदा श्रुत्वा? प्रथमम. सो प्रथमम कोकिला मंजुवादिनीम श्रुत्वा. प्रथमम पूर्वम, earlier, that is when she came to Lakshmana to speak, she was कोकिला मंजुवादिनीम. मंजु, मंजुलम इत्युक्ते अत्यंतं मधुरम. कथं मधुरम? कोकिलावत्, like a cuckoo. So Vadini is she who speaks. So when she earlier approached, she was speaking as sweetly as a cuckoo. So Prathamam Kokila Manjuvadinim Shrutva. Punah Kidrishim Shrutva. Paschat, later, that is now, that is the moment she got agitated by Sita's words and started speaking to Sita angrily, her voice changed. Changed to what? Shiva Ghorasvanam. Ghorasvana. Svanaha nama shabdaha. Ghoraha nama bhayanakaha. So her voice became terrible and fierce, fearful, like a Shiva. Shiva ityukte Shrigali. A she-fox or a vixen is called Shiva. It is one of the names. So there are other meanings for Shiva also. It can mean Parvati. It can mean somebody very auspicious. Kintu Shrigali ityarthaha api Shiva shabdasya asti. Ataha Shiva Ghorasvanam. So earlier her voice was sweet like that of a cuckoo, but suddenly he hears a terrible, fearful sound like that of a vixen, that is a she-fox crying out. So etadakarnya esha mayavini asti iti Lakshmanaha bubudhe. Lakshmanaha prathamam kokila manjuvadinim पश्चात शिवा घोरस्वनाम ताम श्रुत्वा विकृता इति बुबुधे. So Lakshmanaha किं कृतवान्? ज्ञातवान्. पूर्वं कथमासीत्? कोकिलावत् कलभाषिणी. So earlier he heard her speaking as sweetly as a cuckoo. पश्चात शिवा घोरस्वनाम. Tadanu anantaram Srigali, both Srigali and Shrigali are there. So Srigalaha, Shrigalaha, both mean a fox. So Srigali vat bhayanaka swaram. So shrieking fearfully like a vaiksan. So etat shrutva Lakshmanaha Vikrita iti bubudhe. Esha mayavini asti purvam Mayaya Rupantaram Dhrutva Agata Kachit Rakshasi iti avagatavan. So Lakshmana understood that this was what he saw earlier was not her original form. He realized that they had been tricked by a Rakshasi, because earlier also there were warnings given by other sages as they passed through Dandakaranya that there were a lot of asuras here and they were asked to be careful. So suddenly he realizes that there has been some trickery. Okay. There is another question. Whoever it is, they see the outsiders first now. How does she know Rama who is inside? She was observing Rama for some time. That is, she had been in that in the environs for some time. She would have observed Rama and then approached him when he went inside. She would have approached him is the assumption we would make. Okay. Okay. So Lakshmanaha Shurpanakhayaha Maya Swarupam Nyatavan ityarthaha. So atra prathamam पूर्वमपि गतश्लोके पृष्टम् अत्रापि केचन पृष्टवन्तः अव्ययं वा इति न प्रथमम् इति क्रियाविशेषणम् अकारान्त नपुंसकलिङ्ग प्रथमशब्दः. So you can say prathamaha, prathama, prathamam. It is not an avyaya. It is a kriya visheshana, an adverb. There is a special rule in Vyakarana. Kriya visheshananam karmatvam klibatacha. When used as a visheshana to action. So prathamam shrutva, having heard earlier. So it is qualifying the action. So it is a kriya visheshana. When used as a kriya visheshana, it takes the form as napumsakalinga dvitiya vibhakti ekavachana. Okay? It is not an avyaya, which means that it does not change its form in the different linga vachana vibhakti. So it is not an avyaya. When used as a kriya visheshana, it is used in napumsakalinga dvitiya ekavachana. Kokila manjuvadinim. So Kokila manjuvadini is an ikaranta strilinga shabda dvitiya ekavachana. So vadinim, vadinyam, vadinihi, like nadi shabda. Shiva ghorasvana is an akaranta strilinga shabda. Okay, so svanam, svane, svanaha. Bubudhe. Budh dhatuhu. Litlakare atmane pade prathama purusha ekavachanantam. Bubudhe, bubudhate, bubudhire. Atra shrutva iti ktva pratyayantam kridanta avyayam shru dhatoho ktva pratyayah. Vikrita ityatra vi kr dhatuho vikaraha vikaroti. Everything is from vi upasarga purvaka kr dhatoho kta pratyayah. So vikritaha, vikrita, vikritam. Kokila manjuvadinim iti samasaha. Manju vadati iti manjuvadini. It is an upapada samasa. Kokila iva manjuvadini. So speaking sweetly like a cuckoo. So atra karmadharaya samasa. Shiva ghorasvanam. Ghoraha svanaha. Ghorasvanaha is a terrible sound or noise. Karmadharaya samasa. Shiva ghorasvanaha iva ghorasvanaha yasya sa. This is similar to Gajananam iva ananam yasya saha. So she whose terrible voice is like the terrible voice of a Vaiksan, a she fox. Bahuvrihi Samasah. So Shiva. So as I said, even in English and also in Sanskrita, this word Shiva is used to indicate a female fox. Now, by nature, a female fox is known to be more cruel, and its voice is extremely, the cries of the female jackals, okay, are extremely harsh on the ears. So there is a specific word. The word Shiva is used only in Strilinga to indicate. It is very similar. The word Vaiksan. There are common words to indicate the animal itself. So fox, jackal, etc. in English. But there is a word called Vixen, Vaiksan, which indicates a she-fox. And it is also used as an upama to women who are cruel and terrible. Okay. So it is used in Sanskrita also. There are other words, general words for the fox. So here, if we look at the kosha, Striyam Shiva. So he starts with saying, in Strilinga, the word Shiva is used. Bhuri Maya Gomayu Mrigadhurtakaha Shriga Lavanchaka Kroshtu Pheru Pherava Jambukaha. So Bhuri Mayaha Gomayuhu Mrigadhurtakaha Shrigalaha Vanchakaha Kroshta. Kroshtu is a Ukaranta Pullinga Shabda, a Vishesha Shabda. Pheruhu Pheravaha Jambukaha. There are lots of words for the fox. It's a very common animal in the jungle. Okay, and it is known for its cunningness. As you must know, the whole of Panchatantra, the first tantra of Panchatantra involves the two foxes, Karataka and Damanaka. It is known for its wily nature and a very common animal. So for all these words, you can have the feminine like Shrigalaha, Shrigali, Jambukaha, Jambuki. Those are there. But Shiva is a very special word because the sound also, especially in those days, if you are by the forest, the sound of the fox was very common, and it was a very popular bad omen also. To hear the howl of the fox was considered to be an evil omen. Okay. Okay, so there are, why does he use all feminine animals? He is giving a comparison to female Shurpanakha, right? So it's very evident. Kalidasa tries to maintain that gender thing between Upamana and Upameya always. So like you say, Chandrodayaha, Maithili Hasaha, whereas Mrigi is for Sita, Vyagri is for Shurpanakha. So since the context he is describing mainly Shurpanakha, he uses the female animals. Shiva means goddess Parvati also. Yes, it does. As I said, there is a popular shloka where there is this double meaning. One where Shiva is used in both senses, but in this context, it does not mean Parvati. It means the female fox. Is there a word Shivaha to indicate male fox? No. As I said, Shiva is a word which is specific to the female fox. Okay. There are some questions on samasas, like say the samasa is different for Kokila, Manjuvadini, Shiva, Ghorasvana. Yes, we will learn samasas later, but samasas need more understanding. Okay. Even though both of them may be Strilinga, it does not mean you can split them the same way. We will learn how to split as we learn the rules of samasas. Okay. So Shrigalivat is which gender? I think I answered. It is female because it is specifically female. It is there. Okay. Okay, we will move ahead. Lakshmanah pratamam shrutva kokila manjuvadinim shiva ghorasvanam paschat bubudhe vikruteti tam. Sarita Garg. पर्णशालामथ क्षिप्रम्
पर्णशालामथ क्षिप्रम् पर्णशालामथ क्षिप्रम्
विकृष्टासिः प्रविश्य सः
विकृष्टासि प्रवश्य सः विकृटासि प्रविश्य सः
वैरूप्यपौनरुक्त्येन
वैरूप्यपौनरुक्त्येन
भीषणान्तामयोजयत्
भीषणां तामयोजयत्
पर्णशालामथ क्षिप्रम् विकृष्टासिः प्रविश्य सः
पर्णशालामथ क्षिप्रम् विकृष्टासि प्रविश्य सः पर्णशालामथ क्षिप्रम् विकृष्टासि प्रविश्य सः
वैरूप्यपौनरुक्त्येन भीषणान्तामयोजयत्
वैरूप्यपौनरुक्त्येन भीषणां तामयोजयत् वैरूप्यपौनरुक्त्येन भीषणां तामयोजयत्
अनुच्छेदः
पर्णशाला अथ क्षिप्रं विकृष्टासिः प्रविश्य सः वैरूप्यपौनरुक्त्येन भीषणां ताम् अयोजयत्
सम्यक् पर्णशालाम् अथ क्षिप्रं विकृष्टासिः प्रविश्य सः वैरूप्यपौनरुक्त्येन भीषणां ताम् अयोजयत् सम्यक् साई जननी
नमस्ते भगिनी
हा तिङन्तं किमस्ति
अयोजयत्
सम्यक् अव्ययानि
अव्ययानि अथ प्रविश्य
अथ प्रविश्य इति अव्ययद्वयम् अन्यत् सर्वं सुबन्तं
बन्धम् प्रथमा विभक्त्यां सः सः एव
there is one more
विकृष्टासिः
सः विकृष्टासिः इति प्रथमा द्वितीया
पर्णशालां क्षिप्रं भीषणां ताम्
सम्यक्
वैरूप्यपौनरुक्त्येन तृतीया विभक्तिः
सम्यक् धन्यवादः अयोजयत् योजितवान्
धन्यवादः
Yojayati is to join or to unite. Okay, so made to be united, joined ityarthaha. Kaha ayojayat saha saumitrihi. Purvam Lakshmanasya vishaye uktam Lakshmanaha jnatavan. Jnatva kim kritavan jhatiti. He entered and he cut off the nose and ears of Shurpanakha. Tadeva asmin shloke varnyate. Because he realized that she was in a deceptive form, that she was actually a Rakshasi who could be very dangerous to Sita. he immediately acts. So saha Saumitrihi Lakshmanaha kim kritva ayojayat pravishya, having entered. Yatha uktam purvam bahihi asit idanim pravishya. Kidrishaha pravishya vikrishtasih. Vikrishtaha asihi. Asihi nama khadgaha. Vikrishtaha, drawn out from the kosha. Koshat udhrita khadgaha. Kosha refers to the sheath. So the sword being sharp is not kept open. So there is a sheath in which it is there. So whenever you want to use the khadga, you have to draw it out from the sheath. So vikrishtasih, having drawn the sword from its sheath. So koshat udhrita khadgaha san kam pravishya parnashalam kutiram, the hut. So as he is running into the hut, he draws out his khadga. Katham pravishya kshipram satvaram, quickly. So very quickly he enters the hut. Kada atha. So atha is the connector. Atha is then. That is, as soon as he hears that changed voice and realizes that this is a Rakshasi in disguise. So atha vikrishtasih kshipram parnashalam pravishya kam ayojayat tam shurpanakham kidrishim tam bhishanam bhikarakaram, fearsome. She is already extremely fearsome to look at, terrifying. Her form, so Kalidasa uses that word, her form is already deformed. So vairupya paunaruktyena ayojayat. So when he cuts off her nose and ears, we call it vairupya. Vairupya is being deformed. But since her original form itself was very terrible and deformed, this is like double deformation. So vairupya paunaruktyena. Punarukti is to repeat. So a repetition, vairupyasya dvaigunyena, with a repetition of deformation. She is already, that is why he already uses the term bhishanam. She is deformed, terrible to look at. So by cutting off her nose and ears, it was not that she was beautiful and he was deforming. She was already very fearful to look at. So it is a paunaruktya, a repetition of the vairupya. So tam shurpanakham vairupya paunaruktyena ayojayat. He literally, it means he joined her with repetition of deformity. He caused her to be deformed again is the meaning. Atha saha vikrishtasih kshipram parnashalam pravishya bhishanam tam vairupya paunaruktyena ayojayat. Tataha saha Saumitrihi Lakshmana vikrishtasih koshat udhrita khadgaha san, having drawn the sword from its sheath, kshipram parnashalam pravishya. Kshipram satvaram, quickly. Parnashalam pravishya, kutiram pravishya, entered the hut. Bhishanam tam, bhikarakaram shurpanakham vairupya paunaruktyena ayojayat. Vairupyasya dvaigunyena yojitavan. So he made her to be united with a double deformation. Kshmanaha shurpanakhayaha nasikam karanam cha akartayat iti tatparyam, though he doesn't specifically say. As I've told multiple times, Kalidasa assumes that everybody knows the story of Ramayana, because if you don't know the original Ramayana, you don't know what he actually did. But he assumes that everybody knows that. Atayeva, he doesn't give the specific details. He is only describing the same thing in a poetic way. Okay. So padani pashyamah kshipram atrapi idamapi kriya visheshanam bhavati. So kshipram pravishya, having entered quickly. So napumsakalinga dvitiya ekavachanantam. Vikrishtasihi iti ikaranta pullinga. Vikrishtasi, like hari shabda. Vikrishtasihi, vikrishtasi, vikrishtasayah. Vairupya paunaruktyena. Vairupya paunaruktyam. Akaranta napumsakalinga shabda. Tritiya ekavachanam. Like Rama Shabda, or rather Phala Shabda, Napumsakalinga. So Paunaruktyena, Paunaruktyabhyam, Paunaruktyayihi. Iti. Bhishanam, Akaranta Strilinga, Dvitiya Ekavachanantam. Ayojayat, Yoji iti dhatuhu, Nijantah dhatuhu. Tasmat Langlakaraha, Parasmaipade Prathama Purusha Ekavachanantam. So yunkte is to join, yojayati is to make something join. So it is a sanadhyanta dhatu. Yuj dhatoho nich pratyayah. So if you add yuj to nich, we get a derived dhatu called yoji, which is a nijanta dhatu. So yuj becomes yunakti or yunkte, to unite. Yojayati is to cause to be joined. Ayojayat, ayojayatam, ayojayan. So there's a comment which says use of ayojayat seems weird. Weird because we try to translate. For Samskrita, it is a very, very, very common and standard usage. So to make something joined with something. So tam tena yojayati. So when you are causing some thing, like he's causing the deformation, it is used with yojayati. So the style of the language should be understood through that language. So exact translations, many times they do sound weird. Pravishya iti kridanta avyayam pra upasarga purvaka vishudhatoho lyabantah. Okay. Then samasa. Vikrishtasihi. Vikrishtaha asihi yena saha vikrishtasihi. Bahuvrihi samasa. He, by whom the sword has been drawn out. There is no tena. It is just vikrishtasihi is prathama vibhakti. So vikrishtaha asihi yena saha vikrishtasihi refers to Lakshmanaha. Parnashalam, Parnaihi nirmita, Parna nirmita shala, Parnashala. It is a Karmadharaya, Madhyama Padalopi Samasa, Tam. Then in Vairupya Paunaruktyena, there is a series of vrittis. Okay. So Vairupyam is Virupasya Bhavaha Vairupyam. It is a Tadhita vritti, means deformity. The attribute of being deformed is deformity, Vairupyam. Similarly, Paunaruktyam is also a Tadhitanta Shabda. Punaruktasya Bhavaha, repetition. The attribute of being repeated or told again is Paunaruktya. So on Punarukta, we add a pratyaya to get Paunaruktya. So we have two Tadhitantas, Vairupyam and Paunaruktyam. Vairupyasya Paunaruktyam. Vairupya Paunaruktyam iti Shashti Tatpurushaha Samasaha Tena Vairupya Paunaruktyena. So it is a samasa between two Tadhitanta Shabdas. So Punarukta. Ukta. It is not utta, double takara. It is kakara and takara. Ukta is told. Punarukta is told again, which is repeated. So paunaruktya is repetition. Okay. अत्र क्षिप्र शब्दस्य बहूनि पदानि सन्ति. शीघ्रं त्वरितं लघुक्षिप्रमरन्द्रुतं सत्वरं चपलं तूर्णम् अविलम्बितमाशु च. So शीघ्रं त्वरितं लघु क्षिप्रम् अरं द्रुतं सत्वरं चपलं तूर्णम् अविलम्बितम् आशु. So all these, they can be used as just visheshanas. So like Shighraha Ashvaha, Tvarita Nauka, Turnam Vimanam, etc. So it means a fast horse, a fast boat, a fast aeroplane. So Kevala Visheshanani Tada Visheshya Nikna. So the linga depends on the linga of the Visheshya. Whereas Kriya Visheshanas, when they are used to qualify action, adverb, then we have Napumsakalinga Dvitiya Ekavachana. Shighram likhati, Kshipram dhavati, Ashu gachati. So Parnashala Kshipram Vikristasih Pravishyasah Vairupya Paunaruktyena Bhishanam Tamayojayat. Move on to the next shloka. Malati.
Namaste, Bhagini.
Savakranakadharinya.
Savakranakadharinya. Savakranakadharinya.
Venukarkasha parvaya.
Venukarkasha parvaya. Venukarkasha parvaya.
Ankushakarayangulya.
Ankushakarayangulya. Ankushakarayangulya.
Tavatarjayadambare.
Tavatarjayadambare. Tavatarjayadambare.
Savakranakadharinya. Venukarkasha parvaya.
Savakranakadharinya. Venukarkasha parvaya. Ankushakarayangulya. Tavadarjuya dambare. Savakranakadharinya. Venukarkasha parvaya. Ankushakarayangulya. Tavadarjaya dambare.
Panachedaha.
Sa chakra nakadharinya.
Vakra,
Venu.
not chakra.
Vakra, क्षम्यतां वक्र नखधारिण्या वेणु कर्कश पर्वया अंकुशा आकारया अंगुल्या तावत् अर्जय
तौ
न जानामि भगिनि.
तौ अतर्जयत्
अंबरे.
So सा वक्र नख धारिण्या वेणु कर्कश पर्वया अंकुश आकारया अंगुल्या. Ankushakaraya is one word. Angulya. Ankushakarayangulya. Tau atarjayat. Tavatarjayat is Yantavantadesha or Ayadi Sandhi. Tavatarjayat ambare. Tavatarjayadambare. Jashtva Sandhi. This shloka is very frequently asked for Chittur exams. So please learn well. Agre. Sheshambal Bhagini. Sheshambal Bhagini. Please unmute yourself.
Namaste.
Ha.
Tingantam atarjayat.
Atarjayat iti tingantam.
I don't see any.
No avyayas. Rest are all subantas. So vibhakti.
Sa pratama. Vakranakadarinya pratama ekavachanam.
No. Vakranakadarinya is not pratama.
Okay. Tau is pratama.
Tau is dvitiya. Sa tau atarjayat. So dvivachana. So we won't know just by looking at the form, but
Yes. Okay.
Ramam Ramau is tau. So
Yes.
sa is prathama, tau is dvitiya.
Dvitiya. Ambare is saptami.
Ambare is saptami.
Vakranakadarinya. Is it tritiya?
Tritiya. Yes. All 4 words.
All are
Venukarkasha parvaya, Ankushakaraya, Angulya, Tritiya,
Yes.
Ekavachana.
Now I understood. I think she threatened. Is it?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Ambare is saptami. So atarjayat, abhatsayat, scolded or threatened. So the finger actually, the Kalidasa is literally giving that picture. So this finger, the pointer, is called tarjani because it is used to threaten or scold. And he describes her finger. So atarjayat, abhatsayat, scolded or threatened. Ka atarjayat, sa Shurpanakha. Kau atarjayat, tau Rama Lakshmanau. So it is object, therefore dvitiya vibhakti. So tau Rama and Lakshmana. So as soon as he cut, she flies up to the sky. So kutra atarjayat, ambare akashe sthita. So she is a Mayavini, as he realized. So she flies up to the sky and standing there with her fearsome form, Bhishanakara. She is threatening Rama and Lakshmana with her finger. So kutra atarjayat, ambare akashe, in the sky. Ambara is a word which has 2 meanings. It is used as cloth. When we say pitambara, pitam ambaram, it means a cloth, but it also means the sky. In this context, it is the sky. Kaya atarjayat, angulya. So anguli is called karashakha. A branch of the hand is anguli. So specifically the tarjani, I said, he says atarjayat, it is with that finger, the pointer. Angulya. And he gives 3 visheshanas for the anguli. Kathamasit Shurpanakayaha anguli iti visheshanatrayena varnayati Kalidasaha. Ankushakaraya. Ankusha akara. Akara is the shape of ankusha. Ankusha is a hook, an iron hook, which is usually carried by the mahuts to control the elephant. So the elephant hide is very thick. You cannot control the elephant with different implements. So the ankusha is specifically that implement. So it has a curved iron hook. The hook may be attached to a wooden stick, but The main part is the curved, sharp hook at the end, with which he goads and controls the elephant. So, Ankushakaraya, Shurpanakha's finger was curved and sharp like that of an Ankusha. So, Ankusha is also called Srinihi. It is used very frequently in stotras of Ganesha. Ganesha is said to hold an Ankusha in one hand. Okay, Pashankusha Dhara. Ankusha Srinihi iva Vakra Agrabhagaya. So with a curved end like that of an elephant hook. That is one Visheshana. Vakra Nakha Dharinya. And the nails are all, they are crooked. Already Shurpanakha, he has already said, Rupa Namnaha Sadrisham. So they are wide, but also not even or well trimmed. They are crooked. So Vakra Nakha Dharinya. Kutila. Vakra means Kutila, crooked. Nakha is Kararuha, nail. Dharini is wearing or bearing crooked nails. Then Venu Karkasha Parvaya. So the joints of the finger, right? So there are two joints in the finger that is called Parva. Parva means a joint. So the joints are very harsh, he says. Karkasha, very hard or harsh, like Venu. Venu or Vamsha means the bamboo. The bamboo is like a finger, right? So it will have long stalk, and between there are joints, and the joints are exceptionally hard. It is impossible to cut the bamboo at the joint. At the long portion you can, but the joints are sort of knotted and very hard. So Venu Karkasha Parvaya, with hard joints like that of the bamboo. So the entire finger he describes with these three words. So it is curved like that of an Ankusha. The nails are all crooked, not shapely, etc. And the joints are hard like that of the bamboo. With such an anguli, such a finger, Shurpanakha tau atarjayat, Rama Lakshmanau abhatsayat. Sa Vakra Nakhadharinya Venu Karkasha Parvaya Ankushakaraya Angulya Tau Ambare Atarjayat. So Sa Nama Virupita Shurpanakha. So Shurpanakha, whose ears and nose were cut off. So Ambare, so Utpatya Akashe Sthita Sati. So she flew up to the sky, and Tau Atarjayat. Tau Rama Lakshmanau Tarjitavati. She threatened Rama and Lakshmana Angulya, with her finger, the pointer. Kidrishi sa Anguli Vakra Nakhadharinya. So Kutila Kararuha Yukta Anguli. Then Venu Karkasha Parvaya, Vamshavat, like a bamboo. Kathora Granthi Sahitaya. Granthi or Parva is the joint. And Ankushakaraya, Srinihi iva Vakra Agrabhagaya. So the end is curved like that of an Ankusha. So it has a curved end like an elephant hook, crooked nails, and hard joints resembling the bamboo. Sa Rama Lakshmanau Atarjayat. So now she is extremely infuriated and she goes to Khara. So Etavan Shurpanakha Prasangaha. So Vakra Nakhadharinya. All these words, all four words, Strilinga Tritiya Ekavachana. So Vakra Nakhadharini is Ikaranta. Venu Karkasha Parva is Akaranta. Ankushakara is Akaranta. Anguli is Ikaranta. So Akaranta is like Rama Shabda. Parvaya Parvabhyam Parvabhihi. Akaraya Akarabhyam Akarabhihi. Ikaranta is like Nadi Shabda. So like Nadya is Dharinya Dharinibhyam Dharinibhihi. Angulya Angulibhyam Angulibhihi. Tau is Dvitiya Dvivachana. Tam Tau Tan. Okay. So Dvitiya Dvivachana. Atarjayat. Tarj is the dhatu in the 10th gana. There is no causal niche here. It is a dhatu of the 10th gana. Lang lakara parasmai pada prathama purusha ekavachananta. Atarjayat, atarjayatam, atarjayan. Then the samasas vakra nakhadharinya. Vakraha chate nakhaha cha. Or vakraha nakhaha is karmadharaya. Crooked nails. Vakranakhan dharati iti vakranakhadharini. It is an upapada samasa taya. Venu karkasha parvaya. Venuhu iva karkashani. Venu karkashani. Harsh like that of the bamboo. Venu karkashani parvani. Yasyaha sa. She whose joints are very hard like Venu. Ankushakaraya. Ankushakaraha iva akaraha yasyasa is Bahuvrihi taya. All these are Visheshanas to Angulya. Then Ambaram. Dyodivaudve striyam abram vyoma pushkaram ambaram. So Dyauhu. Dyauhu is a word for the sky. It can be derived from two pratipadikas. One is an Okaranta Strilinga Dyo Shabda. The forms will be Dyauhu, Dyavau, Dyavaha. There is a Vakaranta Strilinga Div Shabda. Dyauhu, Divau, Divaha. So Prathama Ekavachana form is common. Other forms are different. Dyo, Divau, Dve, Striyam. Both these words are in Strilinga. Remaining are Napumsakalinga. Abhram, Vyoma, Pushkaram, Ambaram. So Vyoma is a Nakaranta Napumsakalinga. Vyoma, Vyomani, Vyomani. Abhram, Pushkaram, Ambaram are all Akaranta Napumsakalingas. Abhram again can mean cloud, can mean sky. Both meanings are there. Here, here the word Abhra is not used, but it can be used for the sky. Ambaram also has the meaning as sky and cloth. Okay. Okay. So Savakranakadharinya Venukarkasha Parvaya Ankushakaraya Angulya Tavatarjaya Dambare. We'll stop here. Okay. So if there are questions, I will take. So before that, an important announcement. So as somebody asked last time, we are having a midterm test. So from 21st to 23rd June, next weekend. Okay. So before you get anxious, it is purely to help in preparation, not compulsory. If you don't want to take an exam, you can wish to skip it. Okay. So there is no compulsion and no certification also. So the course certificate will depend on the final exam, which will be held at the end of the course. So this is just for practice, particularly those who are preparing for Chittoor exams. So if you want to practice in sections, you can use this so that you can study this particular section and then move ahead. That is the only purpose. So don't get worried or tensed. It is not for that. So the verses 1 to 31. So first shloka to 31st shloka, where Rama enters Panchavati. Okay. Shasanat Kumbhajanmanaha Vindhyadrihi Prakrita Viva Tat Shloka Paryantam. So he stayed in Panchavati like Vindhyadri, as per the Shasana of that. So including the 31st shloka. So it does not include the Shurpanakha Vrittanta. So next it starts with Ravana Varaja. So Shurpanakha Vrittanta is not included. So till then we have for the exam first 31 shlokas of Sarga 12. So it will have two parts, multiple choice questions for 30 marks and a descriptive paper for 30 marks. The descriptive paper will not be corrected or evaluated. So it's impossible with this many people and this time. What we will do is you write the exam, we will provide the model answer and pointers on how many, what is expected we will provide. Based on it, you can evaluate yourself. For the multiple choice questions, of course, you will get it immediately, you will get the result. Okay. So what will be asked? So for multiple choice, there will be one word answers, similar to the quiz we have, say, Tau Atarjayat, so Ka Atarjayat, maybe. I mean, something like that, choosing the correct answer. Very basic grammar points. So the Sandhi, that is splitting the Sandhi, even the name of the Sandhi, only for very common Sandhis, otherwise you don't need to worry about it. The Kriya Padas, say Lakara, Dhatu, Purusha, Vachana, very simple Vigraha Vakyas, not the complicated ones, like for example, Vakranakha Dharinya will not be asked. Very simple Vigraha Vakyas and Upama Lankara, what is Upamana, what is Upameya, very, very, very basic. So don't worry, not any detailed grammar and meanings of words. Okay, so those will be covered in multiple choice questions. So in descriptive, you will have 2 shlokas to be explained. And whenever a shloka is to be explained, it has to have 4 components: Padavibhaga, Anvaya, Pratipadartha, Bhavartha. So split the words, give the Anvaya, give the word by word meaning in your English or mother tongue. It need not be in Samskrita. So you can explain in English or your language and the overall meaning of the shloka, 1, 2 or 3 sentences summing up the meaning. That is what is expected for the shloka. Answer in Sanskrit. So as you have been seeing in the exercises for every shloka, say Dasharathaha Kathamasit, etc. Kaha Bharataha Rajyam Katham Palitavan. Whatever you have. So 5 to 6 sentences in Samskrita. So that question has to be answered in Samskrita. For shloka, you can explain in English or mother tongue. And again, explain with reference to context. All these 3 are very important questions from a Chittur exam. This is what they will ask. So you have to practice. So say Pradeep Archiri Voshasi. So you have to tell where it is taken from, what does it describe, explain the meaning and the context. Okay, so this also in English or mother tongue. So these are the 2 components for the exam. You do not need to memorize any shlokas. The shloka will be given in full. You do not need to memorize the kosha vakyas, etc. All those is extra information. You don't need to remember full details of say samasa, tadhita pratyaya, krit pratyaya. None of that is required. As I said, basic meanings of the words, sandhi for the kriya pada, say dhatu, purusha, vachana. That is all which will be asked. Okay. So the exam, it will be open from 3 days, whatever I had mentioned, 21st to 23rd, which is I think next Friday to Sunday. You can take it up at any time of your choice. Okay, so for the descriptive, you just have to download and answer, and multiple choice will be open. You can take it at any time. Okay. Hopefully all of you should have taken some exam or test through our portal. It will be very similar. You don't need to upload the descriptive paper also. And as I said, for your practice, so you write within say 1 hour or 1.5 hours, whatever time is also not a restriction. You write and then you compare it to the answers provided. Okay. Duration of the exam. See, again, as I said, time is not a restriction. For descriptive, you can take 1.5, 2 hours, whatever you want. Multiple choice, 30 marks, you will have 1 hour once you start. Okay. Would it be possible to provide at a later date also? We will see. I'm not sure, because it's good to have a deadline. The moment there is no deadline, there is no incentive to prepare. Okay. So that is the reason, but we will consider if it is possible to provide it at a later date. Let me do the Mangalam now so that people can leave. After that, I'll take questions both related to the class and the exam. The quiz is also available. वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ वन्दामहे महोद्दण्डदोर्दण्डौ रघुनन्दनौ तेजो निर्जितमार्तण्डमण्डलौ लोकनन्दनौ